Good evening. Hello. Thank you for joining us. In case you didn't hear me, and I'm pretty sure you didn't hear me the first time. My name is Paula Crezzo. I will be your host for tonight's event. We promise we have prepared an exciting webinar with a lot of useful information and practical advice that will be provided by amazing speakers. I will go again through the administrative details. As we have previously communicated, this evening's attendees will receive a participation certificate provided that you fill out a feedback form that will be given in the chat towards the end of the webinar. Please feel free to be honest, give us your real feedback. It will definitely help us improve our future events. If you decided to join us tonight, it means that you would like to know more about Cambridge exams and how you can support your students in preparing for, registering in, and taking part in these international certifications. Well, don't worry, because we hope that by the end of this event, we will have given you that aha moment you were looking for, at least as far as Cambridge exams go. At the same time, if you joined us, it means that we share a common for teaching, we share a passion for teaching English and for providing the best learning and development tools for our students and candidates. There's no denying that a good level of English is a prerequisite for many academic, personal, and professional opportunities. And this is where a Cambridge certificate comes in really handy. As you are probably well aware, these certificates are widely recognized. They have lifelong validity, and they represent a reliable guarantee for one's level of English. Of course, I could go on and on about the importance of studying English and taking a Cambridge exam, but I would rather let someone who's more qualified than me talk about this topic. Let me welcome Irina Telishka, Modern Languages Inspector within Botoșani School Inspectorate. Good evening again. Thank you for joining and for rejoining us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to take part in your webinar. What I will say again, maybe it will not be what I said the first time, but I hope I remember. In Botoșani, our students study English as a first language, most of them. Also, they study French, but I advise my students to take Cambridge examinations because they are widely recognized in English-speaking countries. It's helpful for them. If I may refer to our high school students, if they have a Cambridge examination or the Cambridge certificate, they won't have to take an exam, and they will have free period during that time. Also, our younger learners, if they have a Cambridge certificate, they can be admitted to bilingual or intensive studies of English classes in high school. Something that I want to do, and I advise my colleagues who are managers of schools and my English teachers colleagues, is to implement on fifth grade class with intensive study of English. And the young learners who have a Cambridge certificate will be admitted in that class with intensive study. Also, Cambridge certificates, I know, and all of us know, that are recognized in all universities. And I have students who have been admitted to universities abroad only because they have this certificate. And also, when preparing for Cambridge exams, they improve their speaking skills and other competences like understanding text or writing. And the Cambridge examinations has a level of English that helps them or uses the English for everyday use. And improving those skills would be very beneficial for them in everyday life. I know that in my city there are 3 centers for preparation and examination and Cambridge examinations, but the one who has very good results is Cambridge Star, and I know because I was there. It was awarded 2 times gold certificate. I don't know. Can you help me, please?
It's you are talking about the recognizing. Yes, Cambridge Star is a gold preparation center. Yes.
Gold preparation center. Okay, and I congratulate my colleagues who prepared the students from that center, and I strongly advise my students and my colleagues to support our students to take Cambridge examination.
Thank you so much, Professor, for your kind words and for your valuable input. And thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. You have definitely given us an overview on the why part of Cambridge exam. And it's time to go to the how part of it. To do so, it's my pleasure to welcome Aniela Bushila, educational consultant for Cambridge University Press and Assessment, and one of our most trusted guides in the realm of language certifications. Aniela will share with us some insight about how to prepare for Cambridge exams and what resources can be used. Good evening, Aniela. Thank you.
Good evening again. It's so
thank you for hosting us.
It's fine, it's my pleasure. You know, technology is technology. It's good that people have come also to our Zoom continuation. I'm going to restart my presentation. I apologize to those that have already heard parts of it. Today we are online thanks to Twinkle Star, which is a Cambridge authorized exam center. They have their assessors, they have their specialized departments to support all teachers, to support all institutions willing to prepare and to register candidates for Cambridge exams. So thank you very much, Twinkle. And thank you so much, Inspector, for the warm words. It was really, really uplifting to listen to you, even talking twice. And we appreciated that you made an effort to rejoin and to tell us again how important Cambridge is to your colleagues, to teachers of English in Botoșani, and also to students and to their parents. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we will always for sure be in an excellent partnership with you and with Twinkle Star and with Cambridge Star. I'm going to introduce Cambridge Star a bit later in my presentation. So what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to introduce Cambridge for you for teachers that perhaps are at the beginning of their career, to understand better who we are. Then I'm going to have a presentation in presentation. I've prepared a couple of slides in Romanian. And I would like you to use these slides every time you talk to parents or every time you talk to students, and explain why Cambridge, step by step, why is it important to build competencies and knowledge and skills step by step, and not to go to C1 Advanced, for example, directly, and to dive there intellectually, financially, spiritually, you know, trying to cover a lot of other steps. You'll see the steps later in my presentation. Now, another part of my presentation is dedicated to those that are willing to become Cambridge Preparation Centers, to see what this title can give you, how you can benefit from a partnership with us and with Twinkle Star. Now, The last part of my presentation is a bevy of beautiful, wonderful resources that you can use. Some of them are free of charge and some of them can be purchased. But anyways, all materials prepared by Cambridge are meant to make your life easier and to make your students brighter and brighter and their parents happier and happier. So please bear with us bear with me at least, till the end of the presentation to find out everything about us. So Cambridge is the University of Cambridge, but of course there are also some departments that are not necessarily related to the colleges, to the academic qualifications. One of that department that died, you'll see why I say that, last summer, was Cambridge Assessment English. Is the department where people will design the exams, will trial the tests, will design and trial the tests. It's a department with hundreds of specialists in assessment. Well, this department died temporarily last summer because actually we united with Cambridge University Press, another department within the University of Cambridge. Cambridge University Press, the publisher, have always published the course books, the test books, teachers' books, all the resources related to learning and teaching. And of course, there's no secret, people that designed the tests for certificates are also those people that write the books, the course books, and the test books published by Cambridge University Press. So it made just perfect sense for us to get married last summer. We did that. Haven't got a honeymoon since then because we've been working really hard. But anyways, together, we're stronger nowadays. Together, now we are called Cambridge University Press and Assessment, and we feel stronger when it comes to supporting our partners, teachers, candidates, parents, and ministerial structures such as inspectorates or even the ministry. Now, as I said, the Department of Exam, the previous Department of Examinations would always design certificates, would always design tests to get certificates from pre-A1 starters to C2 proficiency. So we've got a range of 8 exams, okay, far more, but relevant to you, to our dialogue today, this evening, are these 8 exam and tests. And I'm going to introduce them in detail, not in all details, but a bit later in my presentation. On the one hand. On the other hand, Cambridge University Press would publish the official preparation materials, always use official preparation materials from Cambridge. It makes no sense for you to, you're preparing candidates for Cambridge and you're using a course book that was not published or created by Cambridge. It doesn't make sense. And together now we are on cambridge.org. The rest of the websites are still valid and you'll find them in my presentation. No worries, my presentation will be sent to you. Thank you, Twinkle, for disseminating my presentation after the event. And you will see that together we've designed a wonderful pool of materials, resources, techniques that you can use in your English lessons, regardless of you preparing right now for Cambridge or not. You'll see. So together we're Cambridge University Press and Assessment, and this is who we are. And this is a great introduction if you want, also to parents and candidates, if you want to use my slides. Now, from this point on, the slides are in Romanian, but I'm going to continue speaking English. The slides are in Romanian because who knows, maybe you like them and you use them with your students and parents. Okay, so first of all, if you want to talk to your students or parents about Cambridge exams, you need to tell them who we are. And you already know that we're Cambridge University Press and Assessment, we're part of the University of Cambridge, we're a non-for-profit organization, which means that the money we collect from the fees, that's important for parents, yeah? The money that we collect from the fees would go back into research or into supporting other students, and those students might be, why not, Romanian students. Of course, there are students from all over the world, but also our students. Another thing that is important for parents to understand is that Cambridge has helped for 100 years non-native speakers to learn English, but also to demonstrate their competencies in the entire world. Another thing that is really important is for them to see how old we are. Yeah, we're very proud of our age. And we've been on the market for more than 110 years. And in all this period, we've got amazing experts in learning, in teaching, and in assessment with extraordinary competence and knowledge and skills in all these wonderful sectors related to education, teaching, learning, and assessing non-native speakers when it comes to English, of course. Another thing that you can, oh, that's something wrong with my slide, doesn't matter. Another thing that you should point out when you talk to your students or parents is that, especially to parents, that we've got 2,800 exam centers, authorized exam centers in 130 countries. In Romania, there are 5, and today you are the lucky ones attending an event organized by Twinkle Star, our authorized, one of the 5 authorized exam centers in Romania. Well, you should also tell them that we've got 52,000 preparation centers. Today, you'll see later, I'm going to introduce one preparation center that is really successful in Botoșani. And you will see why I'm introducing this center to you, because they wanted to organize this event to show you that they want to support you, to support every school or every teacher that wants to become a Cambridge preparation center. So when you talk to parents and you tell them, listen, I want to prepare your child for a Cambridge certificate and I want to register your child, and this way the school will become a Cambridge preparation center, you will actually make them listen to you more carefully. Not to mention that towards the end of my presentation, I will also explain to you what advantage you can get from becoming a Cambridge preparation center. It's really a very advantageous procedure that I hope that at least half of you will consider after today's presentation, after today's event. Likewise, you should tell parents that more than 25,000 institutions all over the world recognize our certificates. And when I say entities, I mean universities, corporate users, companies, and ministries. But this number does not contain thousands and thousands of schools that recognize the certificates. And you will see a bit later in my presentation that regardless of the name of the certificate, if, for example, tomorrow you decide to move from Botoșani to, I don't know, Suceava, and you show your child, sorry, now I was a bit into the talking to parents. So let's get back to you talking to teachers. So you can tell parents, if you want to move, your child will always have the certificate, and that teacher, the future teacher, will know which group, which class. Not to mention that every certificate will build up the child portfolio, and children's portfolios nowadays are as important as our CVs are. And you know how difficult it is for us to have a consistent CV. So support your students. And when you talk to parents, support your children, dear parents, to build up this student portfolio, later their CV, beautifully and gradually. Now, another thing that it's worth mentioning is that about 5.5 million tests and exams are organized annually, that there are 50,000 schools which use the qualifications annually, as I've just explained. And you should show them this beautiful picture. I think it's beautiful. I don't know if you think it's beautiful, but I think it's really, really an eye-opener. Because in this picture, you can see this girl at the beginning of the ladder, and with a smile on her face, trying to conquer the mountain of Cambridge qualifications. Of course, not in 1 year, but in many years of education. Now, you should explain to parents that the first certificate, the first test is called Pre-A1 Starters. And then slowly, every year or every 2 years, children may feel prepared to take another exam. And it's your responsibility as teachers to guide them through together with us, Cambridge. Now, another thing that is important for you to explain very, very clearly when it comes to talking to parents and students is that all certificates have been perfectly aligned to CEFR. And be assured that most of the parents don't know anything about CEFR. At the beginning, I thought, oh, come on, this is common knowledge, but it's not. Parents really don't understand this A1, A2. They keep asking, is A1 British? I mean, is this the top? Or is C2 something bad because of the, no, these are the levels according to CEFR, the book of, with the description of all competencies, the book that, and this is something good for you to tell them, the book that is valid not only for English, but for all languages, including for Romanian, for our mother tongue. Now, this picture here clearly indicates where our certificates, our exams actually, and the name of the certificates will coincide with the CEFR. And between them, you can also see the Cambridge English scale. Now, why is it important for parents to understand the A1, A2, B1, B2? Because they should know that Cambridge is the unique institution in the entire world contributing to the elaboration of CEFR, and that's why mirroring our exams is very, very precise. So this is point number one. Why, point number two, why it's important for you to explain this picture is because each exam corresponds to one CEFR level, but each CEFR level is mirrored into the Cambridge English scale, which is a scale with points. And this way, it's really easy for you, or it's, let's say, easier for you to explain why a B1 candidate or a B1 student with 141 can't compare to another student that is still B1, but it's 159 points here. So let me use annotations since we're here. So can you see the difference? Okay, let's say that one candidate is here and another candidate is here. Well, parents don't understand when you talk to them and you say, and they tell you, hey, I want my kid to take B1. They really don't understand what this B1 means. They think it's a point on a line, which is not true. Because, for example, let's say that you have been preparing a candidate for B1. You started in September last year, you're still preparing in June or in May or whenever he's ready or you think he's ready, he takes the exam. And guess what? He's so good because he's an amazing student and you use official preparation materials from Cambridge and you're amazing teachers too. So the candidate scores more than 160 points. Let's say that the candidate scores 162. Yeah, somewhere here. 162 is here. Right. Well, guess what? Parents will be happy, students will be happy, you'll be happy, everybody will be happy, Cambridge will be happy, we can celebrate together. But next year, when the mother comes with the kids to talk to you, hey, last year my kid registered for a Cambridge exam and my kid scored B2. I want you, dear teacher, this year to prepare him for C1, right? Because they know now that after B2, there's C1. And using this image, you will have an easier life to explain it why you can't prepare that kid for C1. Because that means that if you start to prepare that candidate for C1, this band, which is a huge band, linguistic band, from 162 to 180 is not covered. And the kid won't be able to actually benefit from the course. So the next let's say, logical step would be for you to prepare them for B2. And of course, if they are as good as they were while you were preparing them for B1, fine, fair enough. Cambridge will give them a C1 certificate, but that C1 won't be here, the full band of C1. It will probably be a C1 at the beginning. Now, if you've got questions, because this is quite a let's say it's more difficult to explain than to do, to tell you the truth. But if you've got questions, do interrupt me or write in the chat or just start your mic and ask me for further explanations. Okay. Then another thing that you should explain it to parents is that there are some ingredients that would always ensure success. Motivation, confidence, having fun, the idea of being relaxed, entertained while learning, clear objectives, a very clear level at the beginning of the course, and the content of the course adapted perfectly to kids' level when they start preparing for a specific exam. And last but not least, practice. Practice makes perfect. So these are the ingredients, and all of them then in the next slide, all of them can be explained through all the efforts Cambridge have been making for a long time to ensure that materials, teaching methods, the content is really motivating. Then you should explain to them that success comes in small pills, and day by day, step by step, they will become more and more confident about using their skills. Then you should also show them some of the resources from Cambridge and tell them how funny and how interesting they are. The clear objectives are always at the beginning of the course, together with the correct level and correct content. And then a bunch of exercises are also prepared for each level in a variety of resources, not in one place only. So explaining this to parents, they will have, let's say, a more in-depth understanding of English, but at the same time, it won't be so difficult for you to explain to a parent why this year I want your kid to prepare for the next exam. And next year, I'm going to ask you and your kid to continue preparing for the next exam and for the next exam and for the next exam. So I hope you'll find my slides useful, and you'll also use them. Okay. Now, when it comes to talking to students, to parents, you also need to present the recognition, because difficult exams, challenging exams, maybe everywhere, for English, for mathematics, for physics. Well, if the recognition of those exams is not generous, then you don't get the same advantages. Well, the recognition, the Cambridge recognition is amazing. Just let me give you a couple of examples that you can use for students and parents. When it comes to international recognition, there are 25,000 institutions, and there is this wonderful search engine, really easy to use. You can set the country, set the institution type and the exam type, and then you click enter, and the exams recognize the certificates, and no exam. The certificates recognized by those universities or whatever institution will be displayed. So very, very easy to check. When it comes to recognition of certificates in Romania, again, we've got strong recognition. So when it comes to tests for young learners, not pre-A1 status, this is before the CFR. So pre-A1 is not recognized is not recognized in order to replace any local exams in Romania, but A1 movers and A2 flyers are. If students get 11 shields and they want to study in an intensive English class in the 5th grade, they can do it. They can just register with a certificate, and if there are enough places in that class, they will be exempted from the local examination organized by the teachers in that school. You've got here the reference. It's the order, the number of the order. You can find it on the Ministry of Education to check or to show to your parents. Then, when it comes to the recognition of certificates for the 9th graders, those that want to study in the 9th grade, intensive and bilingual class, well, all certificates indicating a minimum of A2 shall be taken into consideration, and this is regardless of the number of students registering for that specific class. Again, the order is here. It was published in the official monitor last year in September, and you can find it also on the Ministry of Education. When it comes to the recognition of certificates in Romania for the baccalaureate, you should know, and parents should know, that B1 preliminary, the name of the exam, and of course B1 preliminary, the name of the certificate, and above are to be recognized for students to get exempted from the baccalaureate. Now, there is a condition this year, unlike the previous 2 years. The condition is for the certificate to indicate A, B, or C. A, B, or C. So that's really, really important. So if somebody wants to take B1 preliminary, they should get these results. Cambridge may give more results, because if a candidate, for example, can't get B1 preliminary with A, B, or C, they are not yet there. They're not at B1 level. Cambridge will still give them a certificate saying A2. Well, that certificate is not taken into account. Not to mention that if somebody goes for B2, but they are not B2, they are B1, Cambridge will still give them a B1 certificate. But starting this year, or actually for this year, because the recognition list is changed annually. So for this year, that certificate is not to be recognized. Again, if you want to read more, there's the order published in August last year. When it comes to academic grounds, the recognition from universities in Romania, I just copy-paste some examples, but off the record, all universities in Romania would say yes to a Cambridge certificate because they trust Cambridge, and they may exempt students from attending some courses or from, I don't know, some internal tests. Not to mention that you can check yourself. If you are a university professor and you want to teach, regardless of your specialty, if you want to teach your major in English, you will need to demonstrate that your level is minimum B2. So B2 first. Now, back to English on the slides, just a recap for you, dear teachers here, especially for those that haven't been preparing candidates for Cambridge exams. You should know that all exams are designed to build skills from one exam to another, because candidates are not only prepared when it comes to English, they don't only get fabulous Cambridge English, they will also get skills that will be beneficial to them in other exams, foreign language exams or any other types of exam, from managing your emotions to highlighting keywords. This is a very common strategy that they can use not only with English, they can use with Romanian or mathematics or physics. Highlight the keywords in instructions, listen carefully and predict before. So all these kind of skills are built up during the preparation and consolidated during the exam. Because of such an engineered construction of assessment, all our certificates are, all our exams are reliable and consistent. We've managed to develop materials to make learning fun, and because of this, students feel super motivated to carry on learning and carry on registering for other exams. Now, the next, if you've got questions, please tell me, write in the chat. Becoming a Cambridge Preparation Center is something that I really want to teachers to understand. I want you to understand how beneficial this might be to you as a teacher, but also to your institutions and, of course, to your students. Now, what's a preparation center? Well, a preparation center is an institution or a teacher, because I don't know about you, but I do teach private classes. So a teacher who teaches private classes, and they want to enter a closer, more direct relationship with Cambridge and become a Cambridge Preparation Center. So they may register, they prepare their students, and after that, instead of saying, hey, you're my student, just go yourself and find yourself a center where to take the exam. You just take all your students and you talk to Twinkle Star, you talk to the authorized center and you tell them, hey, I've got 10 candidates. Please register these candidates and make me a Cambridge Preparation Center. Now, what you should do? What should you do? Sorry, what should you do in order to become a Cambridge Preparation Center? First of all, optional, you may want to use the Cambridge placement tests. And to get support, you can get support from Twinkle Star. And here's the form that you can use. My presentation will give you the active links of all the slides. After that, of course, you prepare your students using the official preparation materials. And you have here a full guide. I'm so sorry I don't have time to show it to you, but please promise you'd click on it. An entire world will open to you with the structure of the exam. Fat pack of preparation materials online, free of charge, with lesson plans, with self-study for kids, with cards, with every flashcards, everything you want. Okay, is here. So please promise you'll click on this tiny thing. I should have made it yellow. Maybe I'll make it yellow. Okay. After that, your students are ready. They can register for the exam. Check with the examination center website with Twinkle Star. You have here the link. And if you want to organize the exam at school premises, check with them, but make sure that you have more than 20 candidates per level, which might not be something easy, especially first time you talk to your students and you start preparing. It might not be easy to get 20 candidates the first year. However, if you have less than 20 candidates, then regardless of the level, please contact Twinkle Star consultant, Laura Cosma, a very sweet lady, who's going to help you to register your candidates and will transform you into a Cambridge Preparation Center. Then you're going to register the students according to the instructions received from Laura. After that, you will have access to your students' results even before they get their certificates. You receive the certificates after that and you'll hand over. And if you want, you can also organize award ceremonies. You can again contact your partner, Twinkle, or for live events, or you can also invite me. I can attend, but unfortunately only online on Zoom, or I can make videos of congratulations for you to be to show your parents and your candidates. Now, that's very strange. There's something very strange in my presentation. Anyways, there's something missing, but I will add it for you. Why would you become a Cambridge Preparation Center? Because I've told you what a preparation center is, what to do to become a Cambridge Preparation Center, but why would you do it? First of all, because you'll have access to Preparation Center online. You'll get there in direct contact with us. You'll be updated when there are changes in exams, when there are changes in books, when you will also have new sample papers there in the platform. You'll also have access to your students' results, as I said, before they get their certificates. You will be able to use this beautiful logo here. Yeah, we prepare for Cambridge qualifications. And this logo can be displayed wherever you want, on all websites, Facebook, Instagram. You can place it on the wall of your school. So you will benefit from this mark, symbol of excellence in teaching, in learning, and in assessment. If you manage in time, if you manage to register 30 candidates in a year, regardless of the session, maybe you've got 5 young learners, 5 C2, 5 C1. if you manage to collect 30 in a year, in a school year, next year you'll receive the certificate, and the certificate will bring you points in case Arachid visits you. They will give you extra points in that inspection. And of course, you'll also get the chance to attend events that are Cambridge Preparation Center designed. They are dedicated to Cambridge Preparation Centers, and they will teach you in-depth assessment and in-depth teaching towards assessment and so on and so forth. So here's what you get if you become a Cambridge Preparation Center. And that's why Twinkle actually organized this event, to help you to register candidates more easily, and not to let your candidates just register randomly everywhere. And to tell you the truth, not only have they invited you to such an event to make your life easier, but they also want their Gold Preparation Center partner in Botoşan, Cambridge Star, to be your friends. They are willing to help you. They are willing to support you. All you have to do is to talk to Twinkle. And if, for example, you have 3 candidates, well, Cambridge Star will receive your 3 candidates for that session, but they will not steal your opportunity to become a Cambridge Preparation Center, which may happen in other places. So I'm so grateful that Cambridge Star is really friendly, because to tell you the truth, why would you, if you organize a session, why would you accept children from other schools? Yeah, or if you accept them, you want them to be under your number. You want to grow and grow, to get part of a loyalty scheme from Cambridge directly, right? No, Cambridge Star really believe in improving the social responsibility and the level of English in Botoşan. So they say, yes, Twinkle Star asked them, and they say, yes, we're going to receive students from everywhere, and those teachers will become Cambridge Preparation Center, just like us. So thank you very much, Elisabetta. I know you're there, but my presentation is not done yet. Sorry, guys. Do I still have time? Oh, I don't have time, right? Paula, it's okay.
We can spare a few minutes.
Yeah, well, guys, we don't have time. I'm sorry, to tell you the truth, we really don't have time, because at 7 I need to go in the online Zoom. But look here, from this point to the end, you will get some example of fantastic resources. 3 titles, of course, books that are amazing, and a lot of links. So if you click, it will open a lot of resources for teachers, for candidates, for everybody, including Welcome to the Cambridge Pathfinder, one of my favorite. I was about to say I've been Aniela Bushila. No, I still am. I'm Aniela. I'm the Cambridge consultant. If you need me, you have you have on this slide what I can do for you, but also Twinkle can support you with everything you see here. So
definitely, and we promise to pass on your presentation to tonight's participants.
please.
Thank you so much, Aniela, for your thorough presentation. I'm positive that it answered a lot of questions, and it cleared a lot of uncertainties regarding what teachers can do in order to prepare their students for a Cambridge certification.
Thank you. Now I'm going to shut up, and Elisabetta, thank you again for being so kind and so generous to the community of teachers in Botoşan. Thank you.
Thank you. It's us who thank you, Aniela, for hosting us and for being with us this evening. As Aniela said, if you are interested in taking further steps, or you or your institution would like to become a Cambridge Preparation Center, Laura Cosma, who is our always prepared consultant, is the person you should contact. You can find her Linktree in the chat section. Unfortunately, she was supposed to be here tonight, but she's attending Cambridge Day, so she's doing her business as usual. And speaking of preparation centers, it is with great joy that I turn my attention towards the catalyst of this evening's event, Cambridge Star. Cambridge Star has a solid experience in preparing students for Cambridge English certification, and they are an amazing example on how dedication and the passion for teaching fuel performance. Cambridge Star is one of the 18 gold preparation centers in Romania and one of our most trusted partners and exam hosts. Here to tell us more about what it means to be a preparation center is Elisabeta Maxim, Cambridge Star's Director of Studies. Elisabeta, thank you for facilitating this event and for sharing your experience with us.
You're welcome. Hello, everyone. I feel nervous. I'll try to get over my emotions. Now, first, I would like to thank my fellow English teachers for attending this webinar. I'm really pleased to see so many colleagues interested in their continuous professional growth. And considering the webinar's topic, it is clear to me that apart from your professional development, you seek to keep yourselves informed so as to provide your students with valuable information that will help them to gain a confirmation of their work, a confirmation of their progress in learning English. At the same time, I would like to thank Aniela for all the appreciative words directed at our language center. And I must underline that all our achievements are the result of an outstanding team of 12 dedicated teachers. I am also glad that the topic is of interest to so many teachers of English because, in my opinion, passing a Cambridge exam is one of the most remarkable accomplishments for a learner of English. And as teachers of English, we definitely feel fortunate to be the ones that make this possible for our students. We, teachers of English, have a privileged status among teachers. We've always been the cool teachers, and who knows, the Cambridge exams might be one of the reasons why this happens, as the certificates open doors for students and broaden their horizons. It is only natural that our student success is our own success, since it mirrors our work. But sometimes we want more than a sense of achievement. We want recognition from our peers, superiors, and school. And by becoming an English preparation center, teachers who prepare for Cambridge exams get credit for all their efforts. They receive the recognition they fully deserve. I am also aware that becoming a preparation center is a process that doesn't happen overnight. There might be moments when everything seems demotivating, despite our willingness to gain this distinction for our school and our determination to help students sit the exam closer to their homes. As a teacher who had to go through the same process, I understand any reluctance you might feel, which is why I'd like to share some of my experience with you. I know that organizing a Cambridge exam session in your school is a challenge, as there is a minimum number of candidates per session, and also due to the necessary logistics on the exam day. However, a school can become a preparation center with only one student enrolled for an exam. It takes time to grow, earn recognition, and reach the point when one can organize an exam session. And until this happens, you can support your students in the exam preparation process They can enroll and participate in any of the sessions organized by Twinkle Star at our language center right here in Botoșani. And at the same time, you gain your preparation center status for your school. At Cambridge Star, you are not conditioned by a minimum number. In our session, you can enroll even one candidate, the candidate you need to become a preparation center. I vividly remember our first years when we had to travel to Iași with our students for the exams, and the nervousness students experienced before the exam was enhanced by the journey and the lack of sleep. In addition, this aspect brought about extra expenses for the parents. And by taking the exam in Botoșani, parents save a substantial amount of time, energy, and money. And last but not least, by having an exam closer to home, we ensure the exam experience is more pleasant for the students. There are passionate teachers such as yourselves in all the schools in the county, and each of you definitely has remarkable, ambitious students willing to gain certification of their knowledge of English for various reasons. They might want to ease their admission to a high school bilingual class or make their baccalaureate exam less stressful. Others want to study at a university abroad, or as it often happens, they just want to have proof at the end of a lengthy process that their efforts paid off. Cambridge Star also supports ambitious children, teenagers, and young people who are not our students in obtaining a Cambridge certificate. So therefore, if you want to help your students get a Cambridge certificate and your school to become a preparation center, in case you don't have enough candidates for a session in your school just yet, we welcome them to our exam sessions at Cambridge Star. For the past few years, our portfolio has included exams for almost all levels, from pre-A1 starters to C1 advanced. And starting this year, we have added C2 proficiency to our exam calendar. Thus, no matter your student level, there is an exam session for everyone here at Cambridge Star, if you don't have the minimum number of candidates to organize your own sessions. We also offer flexibility through the number of organized sessions. Candidates can choose an exam date that suits them, a time when they feel ready to sit the exam. But my colleague Paula has more to tell you about the exam sessions organized this year. And nevertheless, we'll be more than happy to provide you with details, and so will Paula. Thank you, everybody.
So much. Thank you so much, Elisabetta, for giving us all a preview of a preparation center's journey and for being always a valuable and reliable partner.
You're welcome.
If you will allow me, I will continue talking about some of Cambridge Star's accomplishments over the years. As I was saying, Cambridge Star is one of the 18 gold preparation centers in Romania for a third year in a row. You have had, Elisabetta, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you have had an amazing evolution when it comes to the number of annual exams. If you started with 7 exams in 2013, you have now surpassed the number of 380 candidates per year.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. Yes.
Should we ever have to answer the question why Cambridge Star, it's because you always have a professional and dedicated staff that's ready to help and give support whenever it's needed. There are no minimal thresholds for enrollments, as you underlined. It's close to home, another aspect that you mentioned, therefore it's cost effective and it's more comfortable for candidates on all sides. As we do, you have made a tradition out of celebrating your candidate's success, an yearly moment of joy and reward and gratitude and emotion for students, for teachers, for parents, for all parts involved in preparing for and taking a Cambridge exams. Should you ever need to ask a question, or if you just want to know where Cambridge Star is in Botoșani, look no further. These are Cambridge Star's contact information. Feel free to reach out whenever you want. There's always someone to reply and to take care of your request. Thanks again, Elisabetta. Thank you for bringing us together and for facilitating this event. And as we reach the end of this webinar, allow me to give you a brief overview of our upcoming Cambridge exam sessions in Botoșani. As you can see, we organize sessions for all language levels, and apart from the C2 on the 4th of March, enrollments are still open for all other sessions. As reiterated along this seminar, a key factor for our student success is correct assessment. Therefore, the first step we recommend is the placement test in order to determine the student's level of knowledge. You can find the link to our placement test in the chat section. Another aspect I would like to stress upon is that enrollments are open not only for internal candidates from Cambridge Star, but also for external individual ones. Should you have candidates you would like to enroll, do not hesitate to contact our consultant, Laura Cosma. Last but not least, as mentioned in the beginning, tonight's webinar comes with a participation certificate. In order to receive it, we invite you to fill out our feedback form, for which you can find the link in the chat section. I believe my colleagues have already put it there. That being said, I'd like to extend some final thanks to all of our guests and attendees. We thank you for accepting our invitation, for spending your evening with us. We are really sorry for the small technical hiccup we've been through this evening. And we thank you for entrusting us with your experiences and questions. We really hope that the information that you have received this evening will not only help you in future endeavors, but it will also motivate you to start your own journey in the world of Cambridge English certification. Once again, thank you. I wish you the best of evenings, and I hope to see you again at our future events. Goodbye.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Elisabetta. Thank you, everybody. In the chat, if you haven't seen it, in the chat you've got the link for the certificate. So please make sure you take it. Yeah. I don't know. Do they have to register, or is there the certificate there?
Yes, it's a G form. Once you fill it out, you will be able to automatically download the participation certificate.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, and good luck, everybody. Become a Cambridge Preparation Center. Look, wonderful people that are willing to support you.
And please, any questions, any feedback that you have, we are always open to talk to you. We always want you to feel welcome in our centers and in our partners centers, and we're always happy to help to lend a helping hand. So don't hesitate to contact us.
Have a lovely evening.
You too, Aniela.
Bye.
Everybody have a lovely evening, and hope to see you again for future events.